Hello and welcome back to the Audie Murphy American Cotton Museum. Today I'm going to take you through one of our activities for our interactive tours with school groups. Now this activity, as you can see, we have all this stuff laid out. It is for our rationing activity program. And basically in that, in World War II they had to ration different foods and everything to make sure there was enough for civilians and for the military. And so back then, each person in a family would be given a certain amount of little ration books. Well, it would be a booklet with several of these little things in them. And you had different ones for different things. These are just kind of for anything in general than eggs and sugar. And that was done so nobody would go hungry. They also encouraged people to grow their own fruits and vegetables if possible. So that led to there being a lot of victory gardens and whatnot, so people could kind of provide for themselves to an extent. So in this activity, and we figured out how many ration stamps people would kind of get and use in a week, and it added up to 112 points that they could use for a week to get their groceries. And the basic salary for back then would have been around, in a week would be about $250. So that's what they would have to spend money-wise. And then they'd also have to have it all add up with rations. Because with the rations, even if you had the money to, say you wanted to buy a thing of cheese and you had the money to pay for it, if you didn't have the ration points to add up the 8 points you needed to buy the cheese, you weren't getting that cheese. It's just how it went, and that was the point. So in this activity, we have the kids. We have it laid out like it's a little store with meat and canned goods and chocolate and vegetables and bread and eggs and all the things you'd have. And they start out down here. With their little shopping basket. And they've already been given their $2.50 and their rations, and we also give them a calculator to help them with the adding up of things. Oh, we add up the things. I'm sorry, I have forgotten. But they have to go through and decide, do they have enough points ration-wise? And do they have enough money to buy things? They also have to think in terms of meal planning. I mean, it doesn't help if you just buy willy-nilly. If all you get is eggs and coffee, you can't really do a lot with that. You have to think in terms of, okay, what are we going to cook this week for a family of 4? And so you have to think, you need like staples like bread and things you can actually make stuff with, like bread and vegetables and also milk and meat, and you have to really think it through. So, and then at the end of the activity, they get a little piece of paper that says, what meals can you make with what you bought? And so they have to think, okay, and you have to stretch that because it has to last a whole week. You can't just buy nothing but chocolate, as kids want to do. It's gone within the first day, and now you have nothing to eat for the rest of the week. So they really have to think it through, and they have to think, you're a family of 4. You have to feed 4 people. Is this enough food to feed 4 people and meals? And it's really just a lot of fun. So, thank you, and I'll see you again next week.